Well, welcome Life West community to another Life West podcast. This is Dr. Ron Oberstein with some two special guests, people I've been meeting with almost every week for the last probably year or year and a half. I'm not even sure how long. Today we have two of our star students with us. We have our president and vice president of student council. We've got Sagi and Sophia. Welcome to the podcast.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Absolutely. I'm thrilled to have you guys. Let's jump in, man. We got, the student council. You guys have been just pedal to the metal these last, some months. I know that, both, I think that it's really important for our audience to know that both Sagi and Sophia transitioned from different positions in the e-board, right? I think, Sophia, you were the secretary, correct?
Yes, I was.
Previous, and Sagi, you were vice president. Now they're president. Sagi's president, and Sophia is vice president. So thank you guys for stepping up. You got an awesome cabinet. But let's talk about things you've been doing, because I know you guys have just been doing a crazy amount of things lately. Let's talk about the three top initiatives that right now that you're looking at, right? And I know one we were talking about earlier was the strategic and plan implementation. Share with our audience what's going on with that.
Awesome. So we actually have been looking into making a strategic plan for student council itself. And the real question we asked ourselves was, where do we fit in the school's global strategic plan? Like, how do we fit in what their mission is and their mission statement for the school and for the students? And we know that that's, making the best, most competent chiropractors that we can get. And so we're just trying to see where we fit and just get that into wording and put that into our constitution.
Nice. Sophia, anything you'd like to add?
Yeah, actually, when this was brought up, I was taken back by it, especially because our school's motto is "Give, Do, Love, Serve," and it made me think: how is student council representing that? Not only with taking the information that we bring to meetings and broadcasting it to the student body, but how are we as students and student leaders really serving and loving our community around us? So I think that a big change that we're looking to make in this is how can we implement that into the school's strategic plan to serve and to do and to love. So I think it's something exciting.
It is. And I just want to share with our audience that, the strategic plan that the school works off of, right? We have a 7-year strategic plan right now. It's not just the schools. I mean, this had input from students. It had input from alumni. It had input from our board, input from our faculty, input from our administration. It is our stakeholders, people who support the college. So it's a huge thing. And this is like the big ship of what we're driving. And what I'm hearing, and I don't want to, if I'm wrong, please say so. But what I'm hearing is we got this big ship moving, and you guys aren't passengers. You're actually working on the ship, right? It's like you're now along for the ride, right? That's cool.
Yeah, exactly. And just you said it almost perfectly. Was instead of being passengers, we're looking at, well, how can we make a stamp of our work during this time, and what can we do to, during this COVID time, make a difference to the student body and future students coming in, at least make it so that this transition, if this ever happens again or continues to happen, that they have a foundation that they can roll with as well.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you both for stepping up, and your cabinet and the student council. Let's go to number 2. I obviously with COVID times right now, and hopefully we're pulling out, but you guys were in it last year, and we're moving now. And I know one of the big things for you is student engagement, right? Share with our audience about it.
We're always trying to get the students involved in what we're doing and to reach out to them and to get input also from the students, because ultimately we're here for them and we want them to know what's going on, as well as we want to make events for them, right? So they can, be involved and just kind of like lower stress, because right now, people aren't really at their ideal situation because of COVID. And we want to make it as fun and as enjoyable and low stress as possible. And so we have a great team of activities coordinators and athletic coordinators where we can do outside activities and all sorts of fun stuff, socially distanced and abiding by all the state regulations. And we're just trying to make sure the students have a good time and, stay positive throughout this time.
Yeah. Yeah. Sophia?
Yeah, it's definitely about engagement, possibly just making them a little bit more normalcy in this ridiculous situation that we've been in for the past year. So I've just been really impressed with the student body's engagement. Of course, we're always striving for more and more. But we were thrown into the deep end at the beginning of this. And it seems that now that we've taken a step back into trying to fix and make everything perfect in our classrooms, now we can have a little bit more fun with the activities part of it, with the fundraisers and the campaigns and just like the outreach that we've been doing. It seems like most of the student body is pretty excited for most activities and events coming forward. So it's really exciting.
And I know you guys got a big one going on right now with the Have a Heart, right?
I would definitely. I'm just impressed with our student body. It's nice to take yourself out of this situation and have empathy for people that are probably going through something much worse than we are. So it's just really the Have a Heart campaign that's been going on has been making my heart bigger. And I can definitely see some positivity through the hallways for sure through this, giving back to people. And it's for chiropractic. Like what else could we ask for?
Absolutely. And just for our viewers to know, this goes all the way through the end of February. And even we can go into a couple of days of March if we need to. So for your donations, for things that you're doing, please make sure you see Student Council. Sophia, are you the one that's in charge of this?
Yes. I've been spearheading this. And if you're interested in donating, any donation, small or large, goes directly to giving chiropractic care to children that need it most. You can find us on Venmo at LifeWest_SC, or on, I think this will be too late, but our walkathon, we are accepting cash and check donations as well, February 12th at 12 p.m. So really excited about that.
Awesome. And thank you guys for that. Oklahoma Haven is something that's really close to my heart. I knew Bobby Dosher is just a really wonderful gal. We had her at a graduation commencement that she spoke, and she's just so strong in chiropractic and taking care of these children who have these, handicaps and other issues going on, that she doesn't turn anyone down. And it's really just amazing. So that's really cool. And then the third thing that we had talked about earlier was, and this is really interesting because I just want to give you guys credit for this because it's something that people don't understand, the complexity and the depth you can dive in. It's kind of like quicksand sometimes. You guys are doing a huge governance lift right now in Student Council. So just give a brief overview of what you're doing around that.
So during this time, COVID, we actually took the time to look inwards and kind of see what we need to improve ourselves. And one of the things that we came up with was our Constitution. It actually seemed a little outdated to us personally, and we wanted to go through it. We made a Constitution committee where we have weekly to bi-weekly meetings, and we meet and we go over the Constitution and just revamp and change the wording and what we think needs to be improved and uplifted. It's
great. Sophia, anything to add on that?
Yeah, the last time the Constitution, was edited was before a worldwide pandemic.
Like 1776?
Long ago. So we definitely are updating it just to be able to, if anything would to be happening again online like this, we have a little bit more newer vocabulary and how to do things and new jobs for each position that entails what it takes to be in a virtual environment.
Yeah, well, I just want to share with you because it's like certainly not a glamorous, thing to I've done that before, updating constitutions and going through governance laws. It's not glamorous. It's not, anything that people will come up to you and thank you for, but it's so important because it's really what steers, it's the roadmap that you guys use and how you run your organization. So it's phenomenal. So I think that's so cool. Well, listen, before we jump off, I want to just kind of let our viewers get to know who Sophia Grandstaff is and who Sagi Hebron is. So share with us a little bit about yourselves. Sophia, I'm gonna have you go first.
All right. Well, I'm a pretty simple kid. I'm a little San Diegan. Well, I guess we both are. That's pretty funny. Born and raised San Diego, Ocean Beach, which is, if you know it, it's a little hippie town right on the water. And that pretty much sums me up. I pretty much live in the water. So when I'm back home, if I'm not splashing around, free diving, spearfishing, I'm on the beach. So catch me near the water. That's where I'm at. But other than that, I've grown up playing every sport imaginable. I got into chiropractic because I'm a success story of it. Actually, I was in pain as a child, and that shouldn't happen as you're growing, and just found this love for chiropractic through being a patient. And it didn't take me till I was in college to realize that this is exactly where I should be. Yes. And I've now looked back on my life and my childhood, and I've always been one of those people that serve for others. I've always been on student council. I've always tried to make a difference in whatever I do. And I feel like I've found my niche in chiropractic. So it's lovely to be able to connect coming to school up here, but going home to San Diego and seeing what the future has down SoCal. So
I don't know. I'm seeing like a mermaid chiropractic center.
Hey,
I won't say it loud, but that's
maybe the surf competitions might see me on the beach, right?
I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, Sagi, come on, share about yourself.
All right. So I'm also a San Diegan, born and raised. And like Sophia, I love the ocean. If you don't see me surfing, I'm probably driving somewhere to snowboard or to do something else extreme like rock climbing, jumping out of an airplane, stuff like that. I love pushing myself to the limits. I love taking myself to times where I'm uncomfortable. That's what gets me hyped. That's what gets me going. And what got me to chiropractic was also something similar to Sophia. I'm just being a patient, being present through chiropractic my entire life. As I was a kid, I was always going to chiropractic, getting chiropractic care. And my best friend's dad was actually my chiropractor. And just by watching him everywhere he went, he was able to help people. Yeah. And that was so amazing to me because he had a skill. It was a skill that he had his hands that could help people heal. And I thought that was the coolest thing, the most amazing thing. And I wanted that. And so that's kind of why I'm here. And it's a mindset, you want to help people and you want to be around people that want to help others. And chiropractors are that's that community. It's my favorite community in the world. And I'm so glad that I can put myself in the position to be a part of it.
I love it. I love it. Well, listen, we always leave these podcasts asking one question. I'm going to ask each of you this question. Okay. So, and our ethos as everyone knows is give, do, love, serve, right? Lasting purpose. Out of those 4 words, give, do, love, and serve, at this moment in time, right now, not yesterday, not tomorrow, not even tonight, just right now, which word resonates with you and why? Sophia, you go first. You're on mute.
I'd have to say give. And I think the last time I said serve, so I can totally see the relevance of this question. You change throughout this process, but especially with this campaign I'm running and seeing what purposes are out there that are greater than me. Yeah. I just feel, and heading into clinic, I'm in my first quarter in clinic, And I just can feel that. I just want to give. And I don't care about myself right now. Who needs sleep? But I just, that emanating give feeling that I have just coming off, that's definitely where I'm at.
I love it. Sagi.
For me, I'm a do type of guy. So do is my favorite. If you don't get out there and put yourself out there and do what you're thinking, what's on your mind, you're not going to make a change. So that's the word that I'm going to stick with.
I love it. Well, it's been a pleasure having you both on the podcast today, Mr. President, Madam Vice President. It's a pleasure having you, and thank you for all you're doing for the school, all you're doing for our student body, and mostly really what you're doing for the world, right? The profession and the world. So really enjoyed having you. I know we'll be seeing each other often because we get together every other week. But once again, thank you for everything you're doing. And to our listeners, I hope you make sure you get involved. Reach out to both Sagi and Sophia and ask them how you can help student council. Like, what can you do to give, do, love, and serve? And how can you make this college a better place? Don't be shy. Don't think that they're the only ones doing things. There's a lot of things that can be done around campus. And just know that every one of you count, and I appreciate you being with us today. As we went through our podcast, we'll be coming at you again next week with another podcast. And just know that until then, that we love and appreciate you, and keep giving, doing, loving, and serving out of your abundance. Till next time, see you later.